What's going on, my people? Welcome to another episode of Face the Bully, where we talk about dogs, preferably your dog and mine. It's a nice day outside. See all this grass out here? It's like I said, it's coming. The weather to where most dogs break out is coming. Steep hills. Something most small dogs can't get down in the American bully world, especially if it's a bully. Bullies are supposed to be able to climb these hills with no problem. See, when you say you're exercising your dog, well, most people around me, this is the way they exercise their dogs. And when you see most people that exercise their dogs using machine work, most of the time that machine work stops. You know, it's over after about an hour. But when you out here and you got a dog and he's off the chain, or he's even on the chain and he's just following you, most of the time this is all day. Your dog will be following you all day, the whole day through. He will be following you. And sometimes throughout that day, it ain't no telling where you gonna walk to. You could walk anywhere. And some places that you may walk to may have steep hills just like this one. You know, may have water out there that your dog, in case of an emergency, would have to get through. In case of an emergency. You know, this is the stuff that some dogs automatically know how to do with no problem. Is make it out here. You know, a wild dog can make it. And some dogs don't have to be wild dogs. They could just be mutts. And they can make it out here because they was raised out here and adapted out here. You ever tripped on how a normal street dog is smarter and way more intelligent than your dog, the one you have at home already? And you train this dog every single day, and you doing things with this dog, but this dog, it really don't do the things that a mutt dog or some type of stray dog from off the street would do, because when they gotta fend for themselves, they really do. A lot of dogs have never had to fend for themselves, so you don't know what that dog is capable of doing when you compare it to a mutt. American bullies, some of them can't be even compared to a mutt, really, but they're good dogs. You got some American bullies that are crazy, just plumb crazy. And then you got some American bullies that are just pet dogs, you know? They're just somebody's pets like mine. If I had to rate my own dog, I would say my own dog is just a pet. You know, she's just a pet. She comes out here, my own dog, she's G2 Dax and Miyagi. She comes out here and she gets it in partially. You know what I mean? She got that new school blood in her. She got that Dax in her. So, you know what I'm saying? She don't work like ruffian. She don't work like watchdog. You know, she don't work like that. She don't really get it in like that. You know, I make her come out here and go through this right here, what I'm going through. I make her do this. That's how I know she's capable of doing it as a G2, as a Dax, and as a partially Miyagi dog. And you know what? Like I said before, anybody, mostly everybody, who got a Miyagi, you don't got papers to that Miyagi. You just got a name. Somebody told you. Oh, whoa. Somebody told you that it was Miyagi. But normally, it could have been bred to just a bulldog and somebody called it Miyagi. And that's facts. You know? Because Miyagi didn't have proper paperwork, you know. And the reason I say that is because the most of the people who got Miyagi don't got proper paperwork. So sometimes y'all could just be leaning on the name Miyagi, but really, the dog is a Frenchie. You just crossed it with a Frenchie. And since Miyagi was there, you called it that. Beautiful day. See all these trees? See this high grass? My dog does good in this high grass. But let me tell you something. She immediately has to take a bath after this. I got to get her home. I have to bathe her. Or I'm going to have skin issues. And that's just it. I'm going to have skin issues. I've been dealing with it for a while. I know how to treat it. But I'm going to have skin issues. Most bullies, I just don't understand they having these skin issues. But you want to know what? I truly don't hear Kurupt's blood being mentioned too much. Like, nobody's using the Kurupt blood. You know, every single name that's being used is a new school name. Some new blood. Told you. G.I.G. is the most popularest one right now. So, these new dogs, and I do mean new dogs, are making it to where most of you don't even want Remy line blood. You don't even want it. You don't even want it. The most exclusive blood in the world. You don't want it. You don't want Remy because you want a pocket. Now we dealing with micros. So you want a micro. Remy don't make micros. Kurupt don't make micros. So we don't want those dogs. We don't want Remy. Old school edge shit. Real Razor's Edge. Real American Bully. We don't want Kurupt. I don't know. Kurupt. Was he edge? Y'all tell me. I got to do a little bit more studying on Kurupt. He was an old school bloodline. But was he edge? As of right now, I would say no. He probably would have just been Kurupt blood. But I don't know. Not too certain. But it was a blood. That's what it was. And it still is. It's around. You know. But they don't want that. They don't want that. See, the old school Gotti line, Gotti line, y'all didn't want that. That was old school Richard Barajas shit. His stuff. Y'all didn't want old school Gotti line, Gotti line. Y'all didn't want that. If you had a chance to get old school Gotti right now, would you get it? Like literally, would you get it? I don't know if I'm tripping or not. It looked like a dead cat or something right there. Hope it ain't. Yeah. If you had that in stock, would you get it? Would you go get that old school Gotti? Gotti line? Huh? Because a lot of y'all got Gotti. I will admit that. You do have Gotti line. But you have the Gotty line. That's what you have. So when you say Gotti line, you got to know which one of the Gottis that you're talking about. Because the GOTTY line, that's not that old school shit. That's not it. That's that new school shit. That's that Dax. Dax ain't old school. I could have been and took a bulldog to a pit bull and done that a long time ago. Dax ain't old school. What you talking about? Them Gotti line dogs were so big. They was big dogs. Y'all go back and look up some of that Richard Baraja stuff. Real American Bully shit. They would break the table if you sat them on the table. Like you do these new school dogs. There's so many new school bloodlines that I can't name not one. That's how many new school bloodlines it is out here. I can't name not one. I mean, what? Everybody got a pug crossed to a Frenchie. So I don't know what to call it. I don't know. That GOTTY line, though, that's Dax. That's that new school shit. No wonder you don't see dogs coming out of there that look like Rich's dogs. They wasn't the same. They wasn't the same dogs. That's real facts. They wasn't the same dogs. Rich had monsters. But Ed clearly told you, I didn't like those dogs. They were too big. That's what Ed said. So what did Ed do to make his dog smaller? He didn't go breed two of the same dogs that Rich was breeding. What did he do? How did they come out smaller? See, it was some different breeding going on way back then. You'd have to put your mindset to it to go and do the research and just see. From a man who said it out his own mouth, I don't like those big dogs. My dogs, I want to be short and stocky with a box head. That's what Ed said. Okay? Rich didn't say that. Although some of Rich's new stuff from what people are saying, it's a different look than what the old school Gotti was. So I don't know what he's doing now. That's his business. But when Gotti was around, yeah, Ed clearly said he didn't like it. I don't like them dogs, them big old heads. That's what Ed said. I don't like them big old dogs. They too big. So GOTTY is a blend. You know, that's the new word, blend. That's the new word. We're going to get used to that word, blend. It's a blend of all the new bullies, because that's what was said. It's a blend. And I'm just going to, you remember? Yeah, I'm just going to leave that alone. But, yeah, that's what was said. These dogs are a blend of all different dogs, okay? So we already know Gotti line and Gotti line is two different lines. Something went on with the GOTTY line because he didn't like big dogs. He only liked it small dogs. This is what somebody else said, not me. Say he liked them compact with big heads. So how do you do that? I don't know. Figure it out yourself. How do you do that? How do you get a compact dog with a bigger head and a smaller body? I don't know. How do you get a dog from one dog, Romeo, and then he has a baby that's smaller than him? Don't even get up to his height his whole life. These are two different lines. Rich's Gotti line got big. Ed's Gotti line got small. Well, I don't know how they got small. He actually said Jesus sent him a dog or something. I have prayed to God numerous times for, man, I don't play with the Lord. That's one thing I don't play with. But I know I done some praying. And I don't know. Maybe God sent him that dog. That's just all I got to say on that. He said Jesus sent him a dog. He wanted a dog that was going to be better than everybody else's dog and was going to win numerous championships. And that's how Dax came. Jesus sent it to him. This is what Ed said. Jesus sent him a dog. So you ain't hear it from me. You heard it from Ed. Now, you don't hear of Corrupt. You don't hear of Gotti Line. You still hear of Ed's Gotti Line, but you don't hear Richard's Gotti Line. You don't, people's in the streets. I'm talking about these streets. I ain't talking about them dog shows. They ain't breeding no Remy's. They ain't breeding Remy line. Now, we already know Gray line has to be included in there, right? But we just gonna be smart enough to understand that these folks are not breeding Gray line either, because those dogs are too big. That's just been what's been said. The dogs are too big, man. That's what's being said. I didn't say it. Look, man, I'm telling the truth. I didn't say it. This is what's being said. I didn't say that the dogs are getting too big. That's what they said. The dogs are too big, man. And I didn't say it. So don't get mad at me. I'm just, don't kill the messenger. For real. And this is the reason why we can't breed. Well, they can't breed. Or whoever else allows somebody to tell you what you can breed. You can't breed a Razor's Edge dog. Nobody's breeding Razor's Edge. Nobody's clearly breeding Razor's Edge right now. Man, I like Edge dogs, but truly, around most of the parts of California where I be, you can't find an Edge dog, like a complete Edge dog. He's going to have some kind of modern day new school bully off in him. And it's just not going to be a complete dog. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I'm talking about, even if you bred to today's modern day Edge, you still going to be incorporating Bulldog in that blood. You really are. You still gonna be incorporating Bulldog. No way around it. I don't know. Man, I just don't know. You still gonna be incorporating Bulldog. No way around it. You can't take a chicken and make it shorter, because chickens have their own height. So I just don't believe nobody could pray to God and tell him to make a chicken shorter. You want the best chicken? I want a shorter chicken, more impressive chicken. I just, if God sent you that, he would tell you what he crossed it with. He would. I mean, people got to be smart and realize in Noah's Ark, God put two of every species in the boat, in the ark. He did not mix species in that ark, in Noah's Ark. So if God would have sent you a pit bull, it would have looked like a pit bull. If God sends you a Staffy, it's going to look like a Staffy. But God, I don't think would send nobody Dax. You made Dax. So what you make it with? I don't think God would send anyone Dax because he hasn't resent Dax. And every single person that has Dax and y'all breed them, most of the time they don't look like Dax. You know what I mean? They just don't look like Dax. Some of them look better than Dax. Shit, be truthful. So I don't know about this God sent Dax. I don't know about that. Because I've seen dogs that look better than Dax. Move better than Dax. Most definitely some of Richard's dogs, the GOTTI line, moved a whole lot better than the majority of what he was pushing. You know, when you make a dog fatter, you know that's not bone, that's just fat. You just made him fatter. Now you got people using drugs on their dogs. Putting, substances in their dogs. That's because a dog is going to be a dog and you really possibly can't change it. You can add to it by mixing it to a breed, but you can't change a dog. You ain't changing no dog. So keep on mixing and wonder why you don't hear people talking about corrupt, blue line, gray line, the real Gotti line, GOTTI line, created, I don't know if it was created, but a product of Richard Barajas shit. The real Gotti line. You don't hear people talking about that no more because they ain't got that no more. Every single blood you got is a new blood. And that's just real in the bully world. Every single blood I ever acquire, me myself, will be a new blood. Because I ain't got no old school red at Razor's Edge. I don't have that. I don't have it. You could probably buy it, but most of the people want your name, your address, your mama address, your sister name address. They want everything when it comes to them edge dogs. They want to know where your grandmother was buried, if she's dead, and if she not dead, where she live. This is what I'm talking about when it comes to something that you can't find, something you can't get your hands on. You will never be able to possibly get your hands on it. Where you live, where others live, the real edge, man, is a high quality dog. I mean, if you own real edge, you own a real bully. It's a high quality dog. That's why you really can't get too many edges out here. And when you see an edge dog and you look at it, it don't look nothing like the new school stuff. There is a difference. I see the split. I most definitely see the split in the bully world. I see the difference between the two dogs, the news and the olds. Oh, it's out there. We see it. Nobody can deny it no more. We see the split. There's a new American bully, there's an old American bully, and there's a new school exotic. It's 3 dogs being bred. And when it comes to the exotics got a problem now, because if you got a regular exotic, which I don't know what the fuck that is, but he's got to be in competition with the micro exotic. See what I'm talking about? Now he's in competition with the micro exotic. There is no more good looking regular exotics. Oh, but we're going to breed them with the tail. Yeah, you could possibly throw a Chihuahua on a micro and breed them with a tail. You know, if you let a Chihuahua get in there. You know what I'm saying? I ain't one of these ignorant people that ain't gonna sit here and know how you bred that dog. I'm gonna just keep it real. Throw some Chihuahua blood up in there. Keep it short. Make sure that you don't breed to the deer head. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to breed to the deer head. You want to breed to the apple head. Breed it to the apple head. And make sure you could possibly find an apple head with a straight tail. Because a lot of apple heads got a curly tail. See, I'm not going to be one of these ignorant niggas that's going to sit here and wonder how this dog was made. I know how it was made. And this is the reason why they don't talk about old school blood. Because that new school blood, you know, the new school blood is too busy taking over. But you know how that go. Just keeping it real for you one time on Face the Bully. Just keeping it real. Like I said, man, you know, this water used to be full of dogs. This water used to be full of dogs. Bullies that could swim. Some people still got them. This water used to be full of dogs. Some people still got them. The best place you're going to find an American bully is somewhere out in the hills if you're looking for a real bully. Because they got to run. They got to run. They need that room. Y'all think they don't hunt? That's y'all crazy. Yeah, they hunt. Y'all think they don't chase squirrels and rabbits? You crazy. They do all that. You know what I mean? They come from a long line of dogs, man. Watchdogs. You know what I mean? You got some of that stuff up in there. You know, back in the days, Dave threw a lot of ruffian blood off in there. You know? He was throwing that ruffian blood and making them puppies. They're out there. So we gonna find some real bullies because they are out there. And we see real bullies. Shout out to all the real American Bully dog shows, man. You see them pretty dogs. They come up in there. They nice size. They can walk. They going around the table. Some of them may be a little bit aggressive, but that's what a bully is. Y'all can't even hear y'all dogs barking if they so small. If you create a dog that's really small and his vocals cannot be heard, you did something wrong there. Just what I'm saying. So I'm out here on a long walk. Just a nice walk. That's why most of the time, you know, when I bring my dog out, she has a long walk. I just had to just say it though, you know, sometimes when you got these new school bullies, long walks they can't go on. They can go on a walk, but not too long, you know, because they get tired fast. You know, and they clunk out on you fast. My dog, she walks with me all the time, but she clunks out, man. I'm gonna tell you the truth. She clunks out. And I'm seeing the difference between new and old. That's all. I can tell you the difference. I'm looking at the difference between new and old. That's what it is, y'all. Right here today on Face the Bully. Now let me climb this mountain or this little hill and get right on back up these streets. It's a nice day today. Stupid nice out here, y'all. Y'all have a nice day. Be safe. Get you some exercise in. Get that cardio to pumping. Get that heart to beating a little harder. Get healthier. A lot of y'all are getting older. As older people, you got to stay healthy. Some of us smoke weed. You know, we smoke it all day. You got to get that exercise in. Keep your lungs open. You know? Keep you looking young out here. The summertime's coming. You want to stay looking young. Forever young, y'all. Till we meet again. next time on Face the Bully. Have a nice one.